Hi, in this video, we are going to see how to create a RESTful web service using Spring Boot. So let us create one project now. Let us click File, New, Spring Starter Project, and now we can select the type of project. So in this window, we can select the type of project. Also, we can give name to the project. So we can give the name as demo. Demo is fine, and we select the type of project as maven. Package is java version 17, but anyway we need to change that one. Then other things are fine. Then let us click next button. Now we need to select the dependency. So if we want to create a spring restful web service, we need the spring web. So just enter web and select the spring web. Once we select the spring web, now we can click finish. So now a project will be created for us. Okay, so once the project is ready, we can start writing our code in that project. Okay, so when we create a spring boot project, we will get the structure, project structure, and we will also get a application class. So the application class has a main method. So that is the starting point of the spring boot applications. And when we create a spring RESTful web service using the spring boot, we can also have a get a embedded tomcat server available with us. Okay, so now let us still the project is created, getting ready. So once it is ready, we can start writing our code into that. Fine. So RESTful web service is actually a way of writing, exposing the functionality as web service, and that web service can be reusable. That is the objective of having the RESTful web service. So we can reuse our web service, RESTful web service, and this RESTful web service actually works on top of HTTP protocol. Okay, so now the project is ready. So we can expand this by clicking this, and we can see we have src slash main slash java. We have also pom.xml. Let us open this pom.xml, and we need to make some modification because this spring tool suite has the lower version of java, so I need to change the version also here. Version of the pom.xml spring boot parent version. Okay, once I am done with that, we can continue our coding. Right, so still the this pom.xml file is getting loaded. Once it is loaded, we can see the entries in the pom.xml, and also we need to make the necessary changes. Right, so spring restful web service, actually restful web service works on top of http protocol. So we can use um, to retrieve any data from the rest api, we have to use the get method. If you want to if you want to store any data, or if you are going to store data or pass some data to the rest api, then you can use the post method. Okay, so and we can use put for updating and delete for delete method, delete the data. Okay, now what I do is I want to make some change in this version, because this spring tool suite version is lower version, so I want to change this version also to 2.4.1. That is, I am changing the spring boot version as 2.4.1. Okay, let me do that one now. 2.4.1. And also the java version, I need to make change it to 11. So then only I will have a I can avoid errors. Right. So let me do that also. Okay. So now I'm done with that part. Now let me open this src slash main slash java. Inside this folder we have the package. So we need to create package now. So already a package created for us, which is com dot, I think it is com dot example dot demo. This should be the base package for us. So now let us create a another package for controller class. Okay, so let us copy this package name, and we can use this as a base package to create a package for controller. Because we have made the changes to the version, still the build is happening because of the build. So it is taking time to do the build. So once it is done, we can do our necessary, we can create the new package for the controller. So now let us copy this base package. Now we can create a package for controller. So let us create a package pom.example.demo.controller. So inside this controller package, let us create one controller class. We can give the name as, suppose you want to get a message, greeting message from this REST API. So we want to get a greeting message. So we can have a greeting controller class. So this class is greeting controller, and once the controller class is created, we will make this class as a REST API by using the annotation REST controller annotation. Okay. So once the class is created for us, we can use the annotation REST controller annotation at the class level, which will make this class as a REST API. Okay, so now we can use this annotation at the rate REST controller. Okay, so now we need to import. Right. So we are done that part. Now let us introduce a method public string get greeting. So this method will return a return hello. This method will return hello. Simply it will return hello, return hello. Okay. Now what we need to do is we have to use another annotation that is called get mapping annotation. So this get mapping annotation is used to map a URL to this method. Okay. So it will use We need to have a URL here. This is the URL we have to use it to invoke this REST API. That is, we can give like greet. We can give like slash greet. Okay. So now we have done this part also. Let us save this code, and now we need to import the get mapping annotation. So once we let us do this way, otherwise we will copy part and we can have this. No, this is not. Yeah, now it is fine. It looks like. Now what is the error here? We have to check it. Yeah, we have done this part. Yeah, now we are done with that. So now we have created a REST controller and we have a method in that, and we have a get mapping annotation. This method will return hello message. Okay. So now let us run this REST API application. Now we have created a small RESTful web service. Now let us create. Now let us run this one. Let us run this and access this. So how to run this? Right click the demo application class and run as Spring Boot app. So there is one change I need to make because this RESTful web service requires a port number. By default, it uses 8080. But since in my machine there is one service is running in 8080, so I need to update the port number. So I can use some other port number other than 8080. So that we need to do that now. So let me stop this. This it is still running. Yes, because the reason is already this port number in use because some other website, some other service is running here. So what we do is let us open the application properties and we can configure a port number to this RESTful web service. Let us have a port number as 8081 in this case. Okay, so I just opened this application property file. So here only we can do all fine grained configuration. So we can configure the port number server dot port equal to 8081. Okay, so now let us save this code and we will run it again. So right click this demo application dot java, right click the demo application dot java and um click run as. run as Spring Boot app. Okay, so it will again the server will start, and once the browser, so we will use Chrome to access this web service. Okay, so once the server is up, we can access it. So using the Chrome, we can access this web service, and also we can in the browser we can use the URL. The URL we need to use is http colon localhost, and let us do that now onwards, so that once the server is up, we can use this. So here http colon, okay, localhost, and 8081 is the port number. Then the URL is greet. Okay, so let us see whether the server is up. Once the server is up, we can access it now. So now the server Tomcat started, and port number 8081. So now let us see let us access it from the browser. See, the hello message is printed now. Okay, so now we will do one more thing. Let us create one model class and model with model package, and inside the model class we have this message, and we will try to access it now. So let us create one more package. The package is pom.example.demo.model, and inside this package we will create a class model. We will just let us stop the server, and let us create a class model class. Inside model package we will create a class called greeting, and this class will have one instance variable text. Let us have the instance variable text, and we also have private string, private string text. Okay, and we will have getter and setter methods for this instance variable. By clicking source, generate getters and setters, and yes, we select generate. Okay, so now it creates the getter and setter methods. Okay, so now what we do is we go to the controller class. We will have one more method. We will have one more method. That method is public. Now this class will return a greeting object. Greeting. Okay, get greeting message. So this time we have this method, and inside this method get greeting message method, we will create a greeting object. Greeting g equal to new greeting, and we will set value g dot, use the set method. We call the set method to set the text. Okay, and let us have hello now. Now let us return this greeting object. Return g is the greeting object. Okay, so now what I need to do is I have to it is also imported. So now we have another method, get greeting message, and this method, inside the method we create a greeting object and we set the text hello and we are returning that object. Now we can have the get mapping annotation for this method also, and let us have the URL as greeting greeting message. Okay, greeting slash message. This is the URL for us. Or else you can have greetings. Okay, so this is the URL slash greetings. If you enter slash greet in the browser, get greeting method would be called. If you enter slash greetings, then get greeting message method will be called and the greeting object will be returned. Okay, so now let us run this code once again, and we'll access it from the browser. So let us do that now. Run as Spring Boot app. So once it is up, we will go to the browser and we will try to access the get greeting message using the slash greetings URL. So now the Tomcat server is up. So now let us go to the Chrome and we have this. We will try to access it. Greetings. Right. This is the URL. So you can see we got the value text colon hello. So this is a actually this is a JSON message. So here if you notice in the project, the get greetings message returns a Java object, but here we are receiving the JSON data. So that is the speciality of the RESTful web service. So the Spring RESTful web service converts the Spring RESTful web service in this project. Spring RESTful web service converts the Java object into a JSON data and it will send the JSON data to the browser. Okay, so this is done by a message converter. So we have a message converter to do this job. So by default we get the JSON data. Okay, so this is the examples of Spring RESTful web service, how to create or develop a Spring RESTful web service using Spring.